hope you find what we do interesting. If you don't, I'm sorry, I'm not for everybody. But if you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. So as you might know, we do a lot of our riding around southern Utah, St. George area, a lot out at Sand Hollow, but we also like to go travel places to go ride. So one of the things we do when we're traveling to go ride is we pull doubles, because we got to have a way to get our camp trailer where we're staying and also our side-by-side where we're going. You might say, well, why don't you just get a toy hauler? Well, I have 3 reasons for that. First one, having the machine inside the garage, inside the toy hauler itself, doesn't always smell great. So you get some of the gassy fumes, and the fumes are just the machine inside. I don't really like that. My wife doesn't really like that, so we don't do that. Number 2 is when you have a toy hauler and you're going somewhere, sometimes you're just staying where your destination is. We don't do that all the time. We do that some of the time, but a lot of the times we camp somewhere and then we'll drive 30-40 minutes to go see another trail or go to another set of dunes or something like that. So having the ability to unhook everything, hook the car hauler up with the side-by-side the same way I would normally, and then go explore even further, I really like that. Provides me with a lot of flexibility. The third thing is we don't always just go with the side-by-side. So we'll actually pull doubles to Powell with the boat behind the camp trailer. So anyways, we've got all that. Let me show you how we do it. We are towing all of this with a 2022 Ram. This truck makes 370 horsepower and 850 foot-pounds of torque. That's not quite enough for this trailer, so the very first thing that we have to do is engage the moose power. 3/4 tons. A lot of people have a lot of opinions on whether or not you should have a 3/4 ton to tow stuff as a gooseneck, but what I will tell you is this. This truck is rated to pull 19,000 pounds and it has a payload capacity of 2,300 pounds. You can see this right here, 2,320. The pin weight of my gooseneck is about 1,150 pounds, so 1,150 pounds, and that's not estimated, that's measured with the hitch, with the scale on it, with it full of water and everything else. So that gives me an extra about 1,100 pounds of payload for my generator, for my dogs, for me, my kids. We're well within the payload. Moving on to the camp trailer, it is a 26-foot Aljo trailer, nothing too fancy. The only things that are different about it is the axles are actually off of a heavier trailer. No, that doesn't increase the weight capacity of the trailer, but it does make me feel more comfortable running it at its stated weight capacity. The capacity for this trailer is around 7,500 to 8,000 pounds. Dry, it weighs about 6,000 pounds. By the time we get everything in it, it's right there about that 7,500 to 8,000 pound range. What I've actually done with this trailer as far as making it possible to tow doubles is I've split the wiring for the trailer brakes. So these 2 axles both have trailer brakes on them, and they are both wired in series up to the bus bar at the front under here. At the bus bar, I also added a split that comes all the way back here and wires in the trailer brakes. So I have a full 7-pin wiring set up back here. On top of that, I've also bumped up the wiring gauge from the plug in the truck all the way back. So it has all been bumped up to 12 AWG to account for the voltage drop and applying electrical current from the truck all the way back through both plugs and into this trailer. This trailer is generally the one that we pull behind our camper. If you want to see why I use a car hauler or not like a little utility trailer, you can check out this video right here that I've already done going over that. Long story short, it was cheaper and it holds more weight than just a regular utility trailer. But this trailer is also 7-wire. It only has 1 set of brakes. So really the truck is only powering 3 axles through the EBC or electric brake controller, and it does that just fine. So let's get them hooked up and we'll show you how that goes. All right, on my truck, I've installed a B&W turnover ball. So we'll get that flipped out. And then these B&W turnover ball hitches are rated for about 20,000 pounds, or I'm sorry, 30,000 pounds. But as you can see on this one, I have a 1-inch riser ball because the bed sides of these Rams are just really tall. And I don't want to crunch the bed sides or the tailgate. The combined total of the weight of the camper trailer as well as the car hauler with the side-by-side on it is somewhere in the neighborhood of 11,000 to 12,000 pounds. So we are just fine with the rating on the turnover ball. I actually have quite a few people asking me why I use a gooseneck over like a kingpin setup. The answer is a gooseneck to me is more universal. Growing up, we always had big construction equipment, big construction trailers. Those were always gooseneck trailers, and it was easier than throwing a kingpin in or a kingpin adapter to just throw a gooseneck adapter on the trailers and go with that. Like everything else on the internet, there's opinions on it both ways. My opinion is I'd rather be able to swap back and forth between trailers without having to change my hitch setup. All right, we're all hooked up there. Let's go throw the tailgate up and get the rest of the stuff up on the trailer. Forgot to bring my drill out here, so we're doing this by hand. We'll do it live. All right, now that we got the landing gear all up, we're gonna double check our connections, and then we're gonna do a little pole test. So we've got safety chain, breakaway switch, coupler's locked, coupler pin is in, and the other safety chain is on, and our electrical is connected. All right, trailer brakes went on. I felt them tug the truck. Nothing came loose. All right, here comes the real magic. Now we've got to back up our gooseneck to hook up to our car hauler for the side-by-side. I'm gonna show you how to do that in one shot. All right, here's the reality. Backing up a trailer without a camera back here behind the trailer to connect to another trailer with a double joint. There's gonna be people out there that say, oh, it's so easy. I could do that in my sleep. Okay, that's not me. I can't do that in my sleep. So we just don't have the side-by-side on here because then we can do stuff like this. That's how you hook it up in one try. All right, now that everything's hooked up and all the electrical's hooked up, we're gonna go through the trailer light check just to make sure that everything that we've got hooked up is working. So in the dash, we're gonna navigate to this. This is under trailer, and we're gonna hit press and hold to begin. In progress. Make sure we get them back here. Brakes on both sides. Brakes, left flasher there, right flasher there and there. And that's the whole test. It has gotten super hot. That's part of why we're packing up and getting out of here. As you can tell, I'm losing clothes faster than a, well, you'll have to come up with your own metaphor for that. But anyways, that's the full battle wagon. It is a little bit interesting to drive, so let's go jump in and show you what I mean. All right, so the first thing that's a little bit weird about driving with this is obviously about as long as a semi, but in some ways it actually makes it a little bit easier because as those joints articulate, the front trailer ends up pulling the tongue of the rear trailer through the outside of the turn. So as long as you can basically clear your turn with your front trailer, the second trailer doesn't track all that different from where the front went. All right, the other thing that can happen is as you're going down the road, like I mentioned before, we try to keep it under 70 miles an hour when we're pulling doubles like this. The reason being, some of the joints on bridges, on concrete highways and stuff, will start to kick the back trailer. It'll start to kick that tag trailer. And also because this is being pulled with a gooseneck and not a kingpin, there's a lot of referred movement from everything in the back all the way up to the truck, so it feels a little squirmy. Other than that, this is awesome. This is how we gear up to go adventure somewhere else that's not by home. I hope you liked it. If you want to know more about it, feel free to drop me a comment. If you think I'm an idiot, also feel free to drop me a comment. I probably won't change what I'm doing, but you're welcome to voice your opinion. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you on the next one.